Welcome back to Front Page Film Studio, and I am David Vandy here in Silver Spring, Maryland. My guest today, Regina Fallah Hausman, who is a school teacher here in the United States of America. Remember one thing? She was born in Sierra Leone, grew up there before coming to the States, and now she has educated herself. She's teaching out there in Brooklyn in New York City. And guess what? She has decided to go back home and give back to her people, give back to her country, and give back to the children who are the foundation of the country. What are you going to do about this? But now let me come back to my guest, the ever smiling, ever gorgeous, wonderful lady that is doing all these wonderful things, Regina Fallah Hausman. Now, Regina, you've been talking about the school, about helping these children. But where are you getting your funding from? Where are you getting your support from? In space of 12 months, you have a building that houses the school. How did that come about?
Well, after I had the discussion with my daughter, I decided that, to start saving some money, personal. So I decided to not eat, buy lunches at school, not go to the bodegas around the corner from my work. And so I decided to save, I would say, let's say $10 a day, easily, that you can use to buy lunch. So I decided to save $10 a day. So that added up, and that's how I was able to register it in Sierra Leone. The school is registered with the education department in Sierra Leone. And also I spoke with my mother, who is living in Sierra Leone. She decided to donate, give me she has 3 buildings in the compound. So she decided to give me, it's a 2-room house. So that's what I also used that money and a little bit of savings that I had. And I used the money to renovate the building to make it conducive for the children. Right now I have 11 students. And so that's how I gathered some money.
So you use your lunch money?
Yes.
To save?
Yes.
And you are where you are today?
Yes.
But, your mom has given you that building, which is all good. But let's say within the next 5 years, how are you going to continue this funding? What are you looking at? Where do you want the school to be in the next 5 years?
Oh, of course, the children are going to be going to a different grade, and there's a great need for the children. I'll hope to have more children, of course. But so far, I can only afford 11 children, because what I do is I provide lunch for them as well.
And in that community, we have more than 11 children.
Oh, absolutely.
So you just said something
parents every day are coming to knock on the doors if there's any space. There's no space. I have a 2-room house, which one is used, and there's an open yard where they play. That's like their playground. And there's 1 room for the little office and 1 room for the that means let me just draw you back a little bit. You said something about you provide lunch for them. Yes.
So all those kids that are going to school,
yes,
the money that you save, you use it now again to also provide lunch for them as you give them education also.
Yes. Well, I believe that the children, from when I was going to school, most of the time, we could not afford to have lunches. The school never provided lunches for us. And my family really could not afford to give me lunches every day. Once in a while, I got lunch, but not every day. But, just knowing also, being in this country, that my children, my older daughter who is in school, eats lunch and sometimes snacks for the duration of the school day, she's full, and so she's able to learn. So I believe that having a full stomach will kind of encourage the children to be attentive in class, and that's where that came from.
Okay,
they needed to be.
So now, educating the children is good. Helping these children grow is good. But if you take all those materials there, there's learning equipment and what to do, that is, you want these kids to learn. Like some people will say, okay, we're doing charity work, we're taking books to Sierra Leone, we're taking this to Sierra Leone, we want to give to the kids, and they just go and hand it over to the kids. And there's nobody to tutor these kids.
Right.
The school definitely needs teachers.
Yes.
That will be trained, that are trained and qualified teachers that can help you in this process. Because you are based here in the United
Right,
States.
right.
So what are you doing about that, about getting teachers or somebody like who can be taking care of these kids while you are away?
Absolutely. I'm still teaching here. I have never stopped teaching here. But I'm lucky enough to have the support that I have now. I first discussed it with after I had the land from my mother and all of that was in place. I spoke to my principal. I went to QRS, Queen of the Rosary School. I'm very proud of.
I was expecting that to come.
Yes, I'm very proud of QRS, and she helped to give me the foundation. So she's retired now, and I spoke with her, and she is volunteering to oversee all these processes that are going on there now. And also, I sought out my elementary school teacher, Mrs. Rosalind Jabati. By the way, my ex-principal is called Teresa Songu, and she's the one that has volunteered to oversee the project. And Mrs. Rosalind Jabati is a retired elementary school teacher, and she has also volunteered to be the teacher in the school. And I also asked a wonderful, wonderful, caring, loving lady, Ami Momodu, who has also volunteered to assist there. And there's another young lady that is helping, just to have an extra hand. And I also believe in small classroom. And that's something that I really, because the kids will have more assistance, like a smaller ratio of student to teacher. So there are 3 adults in the classroom with the 11 children.
With 11 children, which makes it very great. At least we have people there that are taking care whilst you are not there.
Right. And I'm in constant communication with them, of course, and I visit as often as possible when I have the time here. And now with technology, I can communicate with them often. And like I mentioned earlier, Farah Garcia is the one that has helped me put together a curriculum
for the school.
And that's what
well, that is great. But now I want to know what your expectations are for this school, because I was looking at the next 5 years. What are you thinking of? Any further development? Because I'm looking at as young as you have a family, you have your own kids to take care of, and we have this the school to run.
Right.
And there's a lot of things that you have to do, and you do it single-handedly. You don't have the funds. So what are your dreams now for the school?
Well, so far my current school where I'm teaching, the principal, Mrs. Bodin White, had literally gave me, because they were changing programs, and she asked the teachers, who were also very supportive, and they gave me all the books for the school. So I have textbooks and I have workbooks for the children from K through 5, because that's the supplies that I have gotten. Our neighboring school too did hear about this, and they also volunteered and they gave me some of their books. But my goal in the next 5 years is to really, really have like a library, which when I was growing up, there wasn't enough around the neighborhood, but that's something that I really would love to have. And
to have a library, because you're taking some of these books there and you don't want it to be misused. If it's in the library, then the kids can be able to come there. There'll be somebody who'll be helping them to read.
Absolutely.
And that sounds very exciting. Well, I want to wish you good luck in this venture, because this is such a wonderful project, and anything that we at Front Page Film Studio can do to help to make the world know about it, do not hesitate to ask us. We can also give a little bit of our own volunteering part of it. And so I want to say thank you so much for being my guest today. You've been such a wonderful person.
Much.
And all the best to all the kids that you have out there. And I just want to talk to you a minute before I go, that this is big. So if you are watching us right now and you've listened to this program, you've listened to Regina, all what she's thinking is how to make sure these kids have a future, looking at the future of these kids. So if you can be part of it, if you can help, you've been given the website. It's www.aplacetogrow.sl.org. Remember that. It will be right at the bottom of the screen. You can write it down. There is a donation page there. You can go there and make your donations and be part of this. Let us help build our country. Let us help build our nation. Let us help build the future. That is the children. Build the future. That is the children. With that, I want to thank you so much. And once again, thank you so much, Regina. You've been such a wonderful guest on the show today.
Thank you very much. Thank
And
you.
with that, let me say thank you to my CEO and cameraman of Front Page Film Studio, Mr. Yusuf Din Sise. So then, I am David Vandy here in Silver Spring from Front Page Film Studio in Maryland.
Build salon, color, we build salon. Build salon, color, we build salon with some of them.